I like to think he can't really see me. Maybe he can smell me, hear me, but he can't see me. Get you? Ah, yeah, okay. I wonder if I'd used hidden body. I wonder if he would have seen me. I am not sure. But I can always experiment again because they respawn here. I don't know, I feel like these are pretty formidable enemies for the area. I feel like there's no other enemy. I'm trying to think as you go through the other 4 Lord areas. Are there other enemies? I guess the Dark Wraiths are fairly challenging. Hate that. But I can't think of anything else. I'm going to close that. I almost locked myself in the room. But I didn't. I wonder if I can hit him through the door. Yeah, it's not worth it, though. Maybe he can hit me. I think he can trade me better. I don't think they can open the doors, though. I wonder if anything can open the doors other than invaders. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. Not too many enemies that can. For some reason, I feel like the ghouls in the Blight Town would be able to, but probably not. Seems like doors would be a challenge for them. I appreciate little traps like that item over there. But I don't really appreciate that. And I don't appreciate that down there. It's comical. That's like one of those things I feel like the developers, I don't know, like they were having fun when they put the Titanite Demon in here. They're like, oh, this will be funny. Like someone, well, I mean, they think of making it like this in general, you have to have a sense of humor. But somebody on the development team for FromSoft definitely has a cruel sense of humor. And, you know, I don't feel so bad about backstabbing these guys, circling around, getting the backstab, and parrying. I don't feel bad about it at all, even if it's like kind of a constant parry, just because you see how much damage that did? That guy could kill me in 2 hits if he gets like a counter. All for a soul of a hero. Yeah, I'm actually, if I come back through here again, I really should be experimenting with hidden body more. This was the Dark Souls Broken Straight Sword run that no one asked for playthrough, but it's quickly becoming the Dark Souls Broken Straight Sword playthrough where I die a whole lot, claim that I know how to play the game, and use interesting spells in ways that no one ever does. Because I've seen a handful. Yeah, see, he's not going to aggro at all. I'm cool with that too, because we don't need to fight him. I've seen a number of playthroughs that people play through this game. Some, some interesting, some kind of like the playthroughs that I've done with Dusty, which are like cosplay playthroughs. I don't know, I don't know what you want to call those. I can't parry that. I could have parried that. But I don't see too many people do very interesting things. And this is a pretty interesting game, and I'm sure people have. Just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. No, I don't know. I just think it's... I've got a few other things I want to pick up as we get along. And once we get out of here, I'm actually really happy to be done with here. I love this area. Like I said, this is one of my favorite areas in the game. But once we get out of here, things are going to start to get interesting. It's where the game deviates and you can choose different paths. It's one of the reasons I like Dark Souls 2 a little bit more, at least in the beginning, than Dark Souls 1, is because you can choose so many different paths right from the beginning. Yeah, you kind of got to go one or two ways to begin with, and then it branches off. But the branches start happening quicker and quicker. Where in this game, it's really like you've got some side paths, but you have to follow the main path all the way until you get up to here, and then you can branch off. And it just makes the game more replayable for me to choose and do different things. He got me. I really dislike that when you nail a parry, but they still hit you. It doesn't actually make sense. But I've never actually parried anyone in real life, so until I have, I probably will have to reserve my judgment. It'd really be great. Oh, if I had something to close the gap quicker with, because all I can do is roll, and my rolling attack, my follow-ups are really short range, so you think damage, obviously damage is one of the biggest factors why I'm having trouble, but honestly a very close second is the range of this weapon, which is something you wouldn't think, because no one has ever gone through that was stupid, no one has ever gone through the trouble of using who do I kill first, right? Probably him, probably the guy charging me. A broken straight sword through one of these playthroughs. So no one's ever really it's just like no one's analyzing that, oh, this is the problem here is the short range and the lack of strategical attacks. And it's like, no, it's probably the damage. Probably if I was doing more damage, none of those other problems I just listed would even be relevant at all. Because this has the same moveset as the straight sword, so Man, I like this place. I wish it always seemed bigger, and it still feels bigger even when I play it now. Don't run out. I thought, oh, my buff's going to run out any minute now. I kind of wish there was a timer, but I guess that's kind of like the strategical. I bet he's aiming at me. Nail the parry. No, he's not. Okay, I thought he aggroed on you. It's been a little while since I played through here. And it's funny, because I said I've watched playthroughs, so you think I'd, you know, be a pro at the game, and many, many times I played through it. But everyone plays through the game a little differently, and different builds can... I didn't talk to Onion Bro. Huh. Not that I was doing his quest line, but I always like to kind of like do quest lines up to where I can. That's annoying. Alright, well, there's two guys in here, and I want that shortcut open. Let's see if I can sneak by him. 3 guys! It got scary. It got super scary for a second there. Okay. Well, heal. Try that again. I'm going to call a do-over on that. I was going to try and parry him and use the parry window to get past him. That didn't happen. You may not have noticed. Come on. Alright. This is going to get messy quick. This is how easy deaths happen. Oh! Oh, gosh. Okay, run to the bottom. I want to enjoy things while I can. You never want things to drag on too long, like a playthrough you started 12 years ago? I don't know how long that playthrough is. But you also don't... I don't like to rush through things too much. Life and time goes by way too quick for me now. Since the last 3-4 years, time just goes by too fast. Time, everything, it goes by way too fast. So I like to stop and enjoy when I can. Just today, I was out for a run, and wow, the flowers smell great. Which sounds, someone's going to say, oh, that sounds stupid. Flowers smell great, lol, or something. But really, they did. They really smell great. I love the smell of outside. I don't know how to put that exactly. I live in a place where Black Knights stab you in the back because you don't see them. Silver Knights, who might be more asshole-ish than the Black Knights. I'm not actually sure. Because the Black Knights don't sneak up on you like that. Silver Knights, though. Silver Knights. The area I live in, it's got a lot of foliage. It's got green and flowers and tons of stuff all over the place. And, wow, look at that parry. I should make a compilation of all the times I've failed at parrying. And it just, I don't know. I really appreciate where I live. The winters get not fun some of the time, but late spring, if we manage to have a spring half the time. Summer I love. Fall is just beautiful. There's no, if nothing else, living here in fall is a real sight to see. And winter, oh man, winter sucks. But everything just smells great. It reminds me of stuff like I think of I tried to risk it. I don't know why I tried to risk it, but he just kind of tapped me with his shield. It did nothing. My parry did nothing, died, and then he slow walked away. Pretty smart, other than just trying to not die. Probably opening this door. I think that would probably be a good idea. That way I won't have to, goddamn, run all the way around every time. But running through the area again with hidden body, that does make it. Am I fighting 2 knights? We don't really want to do that, do we? We don't really. Not ideal. Close that. My favorite mechanic in the game. And sit at that. My other favorite mechanic at the game. Oh, I also don't think I've mentioned it, but my microphone right now. For a while, I got the new mic, which I love. It's been great. I attempted to find an adapter, the threading on the mic, that it came with a mic stand. It's like the mic itself is just like a ball, which is kind of cool in itself, but also has some negative connotations. One of them being that it came with a stand that has a threading that's very small. I'm not familiar with different types of threading, but I went to like a local hardware store and I was looking for the correct size. I found the correct size I needed. What I couldn't find was the correct threading. This is like very, very fine machine-like threading. It's very close together. It's like you think about a screw, like a regular screw, and the threading is kind of like it's very much apart, like kind of thick I don't know. I'm trying to explain. Just think of normal screw, and then think of one that the threading, the spirals are much, much closer together. That's what I have here, and it's very, not in a screw-like fashion, but circular, like individual circles. I'm great at describing things. I should write children's books. Or should write a Perry book. But the threading, I couldn't find it. I'm going to check some other, maybe go to like a, and I don't know what the correct term is, an instrumental store. Stores that would sell, microphones for like instruments and guitars and drums and stuff like that. Maybe they might have what I'm looking for, but I could not find a thread to replace this. What I wanted to do was replace the little stand that it comes with, which is an okay stand, great for if you have it on like a tabletop. But the way I sit and do my recordings, I need it on like a, like I have like a mic stand, like almost like a shotgun mic stand, and it's what I've always had my mic on, and it worked out really well. But for this one, and I had it, that microphone also didn't fit into this, but I had it strapped to it with just zip ties on the end of it, which it didn't look that bad, honestly, and neither does this, because I just ended up doing the same thing. I tried to find something official that looked good, and I was like, you know what? Zip ties. Zip ties stun lock everything. Okay, well, to be fair, I guess it wasn't that smart to run straight into that room of all rooms, not thinking, not paying attention, and not swapping my rings, because I really need to be more aware of things. Like I'm going to need to, obviously I didn't have enough poison there, but I still need to roll. So do I want the wolf ring, or do I want the Chlorthangy ring? Well, I can't. I got stun locked there. That's why I died. I was trying to roll and I got stun locked. So we're going to grab the wolf ring real quick. And we'll swap to the grass crush shield, since I won't be using it really. Okay, and we'll debuff our weapon. Rebuff our weapon. Have that. Pick this up. Alright, demon. Round 2. I really don't care for these guys, especially here. This is the toughest one in my opinion, because it's such a small room. It's always about the room. So many enemies. It's all about the environment or the room. Even like the stray demon, it's a small room. That's the size isn't so much the problem. Well, it is a part of the problem, but it's like the stray demon's like the geography of the room. Having that mound in the middle actually really not helpful. I hate that. I really dislike that. The stray demon was the same way, where he has an attack that he does the attack and then it lingers. Oh wow, we are not doing much damage, are we? I wish I had brought in a lightning buff. I really do. I was saying though, my microphone, I have it essentially, I got stun locked. Even with the wolf ring on, I got stun locked. I couldn't roll. Interesting. Well, the microphone is, it's zip tied upside down, and I listened to the audio quality once already. It's kind of odd. It's like upside down, but it is pointed at me the right way. So it looks, actually it really doesn't look that bad, and it's certainly much better than the way I had it sitting on a table next to me. But it's like slightly more official, but in a very makeshift way. Okay, well, I was actually a challenging fight. I didn't feel frustrated about that. With the stray demon, you start to feel a little frustrated. But with the Titanite demon, I don't know. I think they're a very formidable enemy. They kind of seem cheap, but once you pay attention to them long enough, and I have paid attention to them long enough, they're challenging even with a regular build. People have trouble with them. It's a good thing you're not. I was actually thinking during the fight, it's a good thing he's kind of slow, and it's like you have a disadvantage because he's in this small room, so he's got such a massive reach. But I mean, as long as you can make it to the door, which can be the difficult part sometimes, if you're hurt, you could just run out here and heal, and he kind of resets, which gives you almost like a free hit on him. I think it actually kind of evens out. I feel kind of good about that. He's probably my preferred one. Now the guys down in Sen's Fortress, those guys are not fair. Those guys are just not cool. Most people just do not fight them. Then they won't wait. People will wait to fight them until like the end of the game when they have a fully maxed out character. So, and the ones in the, I think the one that respawns, I think it's just the one. See, I wish that when we get there we'll talk about the one in Islet that respawns. That one is, I guess, okay. I guess he's fair. I guess as fair can be in Dark Souls. I don't know. It's like it's funny when you really analyze it. The area does not have a lot, and it's not as big as it seems. But it has just enough. I think it has just enough with just the right placement. Even with him like being the mini boss this area for the most part, or what I would consider a mini boss. Yeah, let's save this way because I don't want to get myself screwed and locked outside. But at least if I open the Smith's door, I won't be completely locked. Or will... No, I won't. As long as I open the smith door. So I'll definitely do that first. Kind of wish I had hidden body. I'm going to get past the demons. I don't know what these guys are out here. I always wonder, because they're not gargoyles. We have established gargoyles in the world. We fought them. So I guess those guys are just kind of like demons of some type. I wish they were an islet. That would be cool. I love this guy. This guy's great. He has all the Titanite we could pretty much want, except for the chunks, but we can farm chunks pretty easy. I don't mind that. I actually really don't mind farming for stuff like that at all. The giant shield, halberd, and the giants. Does he not have the giant set? I thought he had the giant set. Does not have the giant set. He does have the giant set. There we go. That's alright. Become unstoppable. I should just wear everything with the giant helmet, just have my horrible face, and instead of a Zweihander, I should just use the broken straight sword. People will take me seriously. Actually, that'd be a really funny build to do giant stat, but wear the full giant stat, but use a chaos broken straight sword. Gosh, if I was online, I think I would do that. I would really do that with this build.